Our next topic is law of conservation of energy from homogeneity of flow of time. So, we will prove the third law, that is law of conservation of energy from homogeneity of flow of time. Flow of time means the time interval is uniform or constant. So, we have to prove in this article, we will prove energy is constant, because law of conservation of energy, that is energy is constant in simple words, from the homogeneity of flow of time. The time is homogeneous, the time interval is constant everywhere. It means the physical quantity potential energy will not depend upon time, it is independent of time. So, we will use here this formula as energy is independent of time, it will not change with the time, therefore it is constant. So, the derivative of constant quantity is 0. So, this is basically the definition of homogeneity of flow of time, and we have to prove this. So, ultimately second one is the condition and first one is the answer which we have to prove. How we can prove it? We will prove this energy by using the previous formula. We know that energy is the sum of potential and kinetic energy, where U is called potential energy and T is called kinetic energy. So, we know that total energy is the sum of potential and kinetic energy. Also, this energy is a function of R and T. R means space, T means time. So, the energy is a function of space and time. This is second equation. So, we will use both equations to prove this article. In the first case, E is U plus T. In the second case, E is a function of R and T. When any function depend upon more than one variable, then we will use partial derivative theorem. We will use partial derivative theorem. So, what is that theorem? It is mathematical theorem, that is the total derivative dE, here d for total derivative of this E is equal to the derivative of this energy with respect to R. So, I will write this derivative as curl E. This is just curl. So, the difference between d and this curl E. Curl E means partial derivative, d means total derivative. So, curl E upon curl R into dr plus curl E upon curl T into dt. Third one. So, I have written this formula from partial derivative theorem. Now, apply the value, the condition number 1, that is the value of E U plus T here in equation number 3rd. So, we will get dE is equal to curl U plus T upon curl R into dr plus curl U plus T upon curl T into dt. Is it clear? So, I have just put the value of E U plus T in third equation. Now, what is the next step? The next step is to apply the conditions. in this equation. So I have written, I will write this dE here, that is, it is curly u upon curly r plus curly t upon curly r. I have separated out this derivative into dr plus similarly second curly u upon curly t plus curly capital T upon curly small t into dt, where capital T is kinetic energy and small t is time. Now, we have already written, that is the principle of homogeneity, condition of homogeneity, curly u upon curly t is 0. I have written in the starting, that is energy is independent of time. Therefore, curly u upon curly t become 0. It means this term become 0. And what about the second term? Curly t upon curly t. T means kinetic energy, so it will half m v square upon curly t, because we know that kinetic energy is half m v square. So in this formula of kinetic energy, there is no t directly involved it. So it is constant because there is no t, so constant upon t, that derivative of constant is 0. This implies the both terms of dt or curly t become 0. First one becomes 0 due to condition of homogeneity, and second one becomes 0 due to non-dependent of time directly in the formula of kinetic energy. So this will dE curly upon, u upon curly r plus curly t upon curly r into dr, and the second term totally becomes 0 by using two conditions. So I have used the first condition of homogeneity of time here. So this is the final equation. Now we will prove energy is constant. So how can we prove it? We know that if we divide both sides by dt, then equation become this. So I have divided by dt on both sides. So it will become dE upon dt is equal to, what is this? It is minus f, because according to the definition of conservative force, that is the derivative of energy is equal to minus force, or F is equal to minus gradient of potential energy. So it will become minus F. But second, it will remain as it is, curly T upon curly R into dr upon dt. Is it clear? Now we have to solve for this derivative. What is this derivative? I will solve, that is curly T upon curly R is equal to curly half m v square upon curly R. So we will do the derivative, that is half is constant, m is constant, and the derivative of v square is 2v into curly v upon curly R, curly v upon curly R. Okay. If we multiply with curly T upon and divide by curly T, then what will be the answer? This 2 cancel, and it is mv, and we will make the pair like this, and it is this. It will become curly v upon curly T, that is acceleration, because the rate of change of velocity with time is acceleration, and curly R upon curly T become velocity. Curly R upon curly T is velocity. So Vv also cancel out, and it will become ma. So this second term is ma. So I will put the value of second term in this equation, and we will get dE upon dt is equal to minus f plus ma into dr upon dt. We know that ma is equal to force. By using Newton's second law of motion, we know that ma is equal to force. So it will become dE upon dt is equal to minus f plus f, because ma is f, into dr by dt. This f is cancelled with the minus f, and answer is 0. So it will be 0 into something 0, that is curly E upon dE upon dt is 0. So again we will use the concept, the derivative of E is 0, it means E is constant. This implies E is constant, because the derivative of constant term is 0. So it is the formula for conservation of energy. So we have derived it by using the condition of homogeneity of time. So this is the third basic law or fundamental law of conservation law. Thank you very much.